Now I am joined by Mr. Christian Martin. We all know Mr. Christian Martin. Mr. Christian Martin, good evening and welcome. Siyakwamkela kwinkqubo yethu iVOB.
Good evening, Percy, and thank you also to the viewers.
I know you are one of the people who are so active in this region of Nelson Mandela and again in the northern areas. But tonight we are going to focus strictly on what is happening in the northern areas, especially around the issue of gang-related shootings that are taking place. You are the one who know the places, which places that are plagued, that we can say are plagued areas in the northern areas where these shootings are taking place and why?
Percy, let me say the following. I think what we should do is first to differentiate between the type of killings that are taking place recently and where, as you rightfully ask. You see, the challenge that we have recently within the northern areas is the fact that people are not being killed individually, as we've seen in the past.
It's mass shootings.
It's mass serial killings that are taking place. When I say mass serial killings on Percy, it's exactly 5, 6, 8, 10 people that are being killed in this violent situation, gang and drug related within the northern areas.
So it's gang and drug related.
It's gang and drug related on Percy.
Does it involve, or we can relate these mass shootings to service delivery related tenders?
No.
There's nothing
Percy,
like that.
As I say, our discussion for tonight is the violence gang related in the northern areas. You have to have another discussion when we talk about the tender related murders and shootings. We have examples also in our metro.
Okay, so now there's nothing that has to do with service delivery and tenders.
No, let me put it this way, Percy. Let's make it easy for the viewers. From April to date, we have about 130 people that have been murdered.
From April this year?
From April this year to September. It's October now.
Yeah.
The end of October, the end of September, we have about 130. The total for the full year of 2023 to date is about 200 killings in the northern areas. Now, I understand when you almost whistled now on Percy when you hear the totals, because it seems that we are in a small war when it comes to the northern areas of Port Elizabeth. And most of these gang-related mass serial killings are taking place at the precincts of Chetty and Bettelsdorp. They are the most in this metro. If you combine Chetty and the Bettelsdorp police station, the Chetty police station you can see as a small police station that is actually also still, it's not practical still because they both have their own station commanders. But you can say it's too short a time to measure Chetty by itself. So you still have to measure Chetty from last year. What was the combination with Chetty and with Bettelsdorp for this year? So if you can put that together, you'd understand. But your other follow-up question was, where does this mass serial killings,
hotspot areas?
Yeah, where did the mass serial killings take place? I will answer that. When it comes to your hotspot, there's no hotspots in the northern areas.
No hotspots.
There's no hotspots. Everywhere it's a hotspot. If you go to Arcadia, as we speak, and I was raised, born, bred, everything in Arcadia, in the northern areas, people are dying by the day. If you go to Salt Lake, and so you can go on, it's the tendency in the whole northern areas. Remember, these gangsters don't have periods and warnings to say we're going to be there or there or there. These things happen on Percy. But where did the mass serial killings take place? Mass serial killings of Percy is the change now of these violent gang drug related crimes. I can say it's in Arcadia, in Salt Lake, in Galvin, in Timothy Valley, Boysons Park, and in Kamesh, in Kariga. Remember, Percy, if you look at your hotspots, and here I raised to you where the mass serial killings are taking place. I have mentioned about 6, 7 areas in the northern. So how can I answer you? Where is the hotspots if most of these mass serial killings are taking place in the broader
Every
northern
place
areas?
is a hotspot.
It's a hotspot. It's a hotspot. It's a tragedy. You see, our biggest challenge as we speak now in the northern areas, the problem that we have now, moving nearer to elections, is where political parties opportunistically are jumping now on the ticket of these mass serial killings and having meetings and having calling communities together under the banner of a political party. I want Percy to say,
Which political parties are you talking about?
I'm talking about the Democratic Alliance, the DA, as we speak now.
What's wrong with that?
Percy, you see, that is the problem that we have. Remember, crime is everybody's business. Crime is not an individual political party's business. Crime is not Martin's business. The same way we have dealt with COVID holistically as all people together, that is how we've won it. The same way we must deal with crime. Crime is the common enemy here. And there's nobody on Percy. The police needs us. Political parties with the S, we need each other. I don't go out into society and scream the political party, which is the ANC I belong to. I don't do that. I go to any meeting that are willing to stand together.
I just want to know what's wrong with the action of Democratic Alliance.
Percy, it is
by making such an intervention.
No, they're not making an intervention, Percy. Let me tell you this. You see, Percy, it's opportunistic. Let us just solve that one quick. Yeah? I've just raised here to Percy how many people and where they have been murdered. Where was these people the whole time?
What if it was your political party who went there and make such an intervention, your ANC?
Yes, I like what you are asking. You see, Percy, I'm the ANC. I belong to the ANC. I'm a long-standing member of the ANC. I don't call people together for crime. When I went to sleep in a coffin, I did not call political parties.
Mr. Martin, your party, your ANC is claiming to be a leader of society. But look what DA is doing. Is doing what? DA is doing what was expected from your party.
Okay. Percy, let me try to explain this again. You see, Percy, I want to repeat opportunism. I will also repeat the fact that I am an ANC, but when I call people together, I don't see political party. Because when you die, when our youth and our children die on Percy, they don't die under the auspices or the banner of political parties. They are dying on Percy. Percy, please. Let me do this. Ne? I am here to educate. I am not here to do anything. And when I say I'm here to educate, I want to say to the people outside there, let us stand together. Noba kunjan religion. Noba kunjan political affiliation. Your sport that you're... Let us stand together as we have stood together against apartheid. We are standing together the same way.
If you claim as a leader of society, this is what you were supposed to do as ANC.
I'm doing that. Percy, again, I will tell you.
I'm not reducing this to yourself, but to your political. I'm talking about your political party.
Percy, I hear what you were saying. Okay, when you say that, you must also remember when we have our meetings to address the people in the northern areas.
Let's leave it there for now. We'll go for a commercial break and come back. Sinamkele kwakho kwinkqubo yethu i-VOB Voice of the Bay. Good evening once again and welcome back from the ad break. I am still with Mr. Christian Martin. Mr. Martin, again, welcome.
Thank you, Percy.
To what you are saying, I am hearing that there is no cooperation where you reside or in the northern areas. Why it is like?
Okay. Percy, let me put it this way. I attended a meeting the other night at Western Community Center that was called also by a political party. I attended that meeting, though it's not my political party. The reason for that is I spoke to the leader of that political party in this province, and I asked him, I am challenging you.
Who are you talking about?
No. He must come for his own interview. I'm not going to give him airtime.
Which political
No,
party are you talking
I'm
about?
tired of this thing of raising political parties.
But you are the one who are
No,
talking about this.
You were the one.
You are the one
Percy.
who are raising these issues.
You ask which political party. Let me do this on person. I'm not here to talk politics. I'm here to address a situation that is serious.
But you are the one who are raising the names of the not even the names of the, but you raise political parties. So I'm curious. I'm curious.
On Percy, let us do this. Let us do this.
Mr. Martin, I'm curious.
No, it's good if you're curious. It's a good sign. It's good leadership. But what I'm trying to say is on Percy, as political parties, not even mentioning my own political party, why I am here is to say that let's work together and fight this dragon together. The same way we have fought it during apartheid. There was no this one, nor that one. Religion was not a factor. Political affiliation was against one thing. It was common enemy number one. And common enemy number one here is drug and gang-related serial killings in the northern areas. The church, political parties of whichever, and I don't care how many people you are, we must stand together. I have challenged, as I've said, the leader of a political party in the northern areas to say, I want you to call us together. I will come. To show that this thing is not about politics. Our people are dying. We are talking about politics. I must come for an interview instead of talking about how do we fight this common enemy called crime, gang, drug-related, serial killing. Our people are dying on Percy. My spali, my brother-in-law was shot 100 meters from my parents' house. I'm not here to talk politics and who can. I'm here to say, let's stand together and we fight the common enemy number one.
You know, Mr. Martin, there is a political party in the northern areas. I don't know whether I must call it Northern Alliance or National Alliance. You know, when they were given an opportunity to lead safety and security in this municipality, even in their manifesto before the 2021 local government elections, their priority was to make it a point that there is peace and stability in the northern areas. Now, as we are talking, Mr. Stachmisha is leading that department from that political party. What does he do about this situation?
Percy, let me come back.
Fortunately, you also work in the mayor's office as an advisor. Even our mayor, Mr. Gary van Niekerk, is coming from the same political party that I'm talking about.
Yes, I'm happy that you say that I work as an advisor on Percy. So my problem is that you didn't ask me what is my advice to them. You asked me what did they do. I can't answer what are they going to do or will do. I give advice when there's a problem.
No. No.
Ima,
I am not putting any blame to you.
No, I don't. I don't even take the blame on Percy.
Mr. Martin, I am just raising this just for our viewers to know that there is a party that prioritized safety and security.
I belong to a different political
No,
party.
you belong to
When-
the African National Congress.
Chalo,
I know
but,
that.
But the point is, person, let's be fair. I can't ask you, SABC or ENCA, things on your Mpumakapa thing, although you also interviewee like all the others. I can't do that because you have no mandate to speak for any other. I have no mandate to speak for another political party. If you ask me anything about my party on another platform, I can speak about that.
No,
Mr.
Martin, hear me
for
correctly.
tonight, now I hear you very loud and clear.
Hear
for
me
tonight, on Percy, I'm
Mr.
here
Martin,
to say 130 people died.
You work together in this coalition government as ANC, NA, and other political parties. The reason why I'm raising this, maybe you did have a time to talk about this issue with your political coalition
Let me
partners.
assist you on Percy. Let me assist you. You see, in the first round, you ask about a specific political party which I do not belong to. Your question now is fair. You are asking now, as a coalition, what are you doing? Now I can answer because as a coalition, at least I can say, one, what the coalition, what the executive may have done is to call the public-private, like your security companies together, to call subs together, to call civil society together and see how we can work to resolve at least some of the problems pertaining safety and security.
Do you have any plan?
Remember, on
If you do have, share with us.
remember, on person, let's be fair towards each other. I can't sit here as an advisor and share the plan of an MMC or share the plan, as you have put it, there is an MMC in place. I can't share his plan and then you interrogate me. It's unfair towards him as well as unfair towards me. I can't do that. You understand? I don't have a problem of talking about what we as a community should do. All that I want on Percy is that we need to stand together. It can't be as we speak on Percy. So many people have died.
So are you going to lead the one that we are talking about?
Which one is that?
The plan that we are talking about.
Yeah, thank you for that, on Percy. I think we are getting on the direction now. You see, the plan that we have is on Percy is to call on civil society. Because this is not a subs problem that we have. For me to sit here and blame subs this side and that side won't be fair. But what is fair is there's certain things that lack within subs. But that we must discuss when you have a subs person next to me on Percy to verify the facts what I'm saying. So for now, what I'm saying, subs, CPFs of Bettelsdorp, Chetty, and Kamesh must come together. The religious fraternity.
We've got only 1 minute.
Religious fraternity must also come together. If I can use the 1 minute on Percy, I would say, I would call upon our National Commissioner, Mela Mose, if he can come down and assist us with our challenge that we have and call all these relevant stakeholders together so that we can find a common plan. The problem that we have is on Percy that I need to share also is that the community, we have a problem with witnesses. People are afraid to come out on Percy. And that needs to be respected. Because how can you come out and be a witness and tomorrow you know more? It's unfair. So even the Witness Protection Act need to be assessed again, you know. And so it must come to, we need special forces from subs to come in, experts, analysts. We need the universities to come in. That is the message that I want to send out tonight. All of us have a responsibility, not only one part of society.
Mr. Martin, anytime you wish to come and share anything that has to do with that killings that are taking place there, you are more than welcome.
No, thank you always to Mpumakapa, to yourself, Percy, to giving us an opportunity. And thank you for the tough questions that you always ask. We must appreciate that.
Thank you very much, Mr. Martin.